I've literally forgotten how to play Minecraft. This is scary. We need to go. We need to go to the mines. I don't know what any of the controls are anymore. We're back. Hey guys, remember when I made Minecraft hardcore videos? Well, my world still exists, and it's still here, as beautiful as it was the day that I just decided not to play it anymore. My animal squisher is as loud as ever, and yeah, I haven't done much since the last episode. You know, we started setting up a villager breeder. But honestly, it was getting really, really scary, and I was trying to record it all in one episode, and then so much happened. But we'll get into that as we go. I think today will be a return to form for the original thought behind the series. And that's really just gonna be me dropping my pickaxe. No, again, I keep trying to hit tab to open my inventory, and then tab doesn't work. So then I hit Q, and Q is drop item. Make it make sense. All my buttons are wrong. And then I'm hitting shift to try and sprint. I've been playing too many other games. But yeah. So we're gonna do whatever I want to. I had originally started the hardcore series to be pretty much just a certain period of time of me rambling while playing Minecraft. And in my stress of being a content maker on this plane of existence, I got lost in the sauce a little bit. It was nice to try and do a lot of the visual stuff. Like we used, I used Replay Mod previously, and I still have it installed, but I don't think I'll be using that or doing fancy cuts and editing anymore. You know, we'll go old school. We'll go back to where it began. Almost no view change other than F5. And we go back to the mines. Though I should make some more pickaxes. I would like to get some diamond. I'm going to try and have no fear, so I'm going to bring a spare axe for any fighting we need to do. And we're just going to go for it. Right click to interact. Yes, Aqua. Do I remember what I need to do? Nope. But we're here. All right. We want this away. My hands are not used to Minecraft anymore. It's so bad. Excuse me while I readjust a little bit. I gotta get ergonomic for this mining session. It's gone to the point where I crave the mines so bad. I didn't think I would, but I have not played in months on any server. I think I signed on for a little bit for like a C block modded server, and it wasn't for me. It was a little too complicated, but just being able to go in and dig a hole is all you need sometimes from life. Sometimes that's enough to give you a good reset and relax. I'm going to take this torch because I have it. I'm going to take these spare barrels in case I'm down there for a while. And what else do we want? Some sticks. Honestly, not sticks. We'll take a stack of wood with us in case we need to make anything on the fly. We've got some food, so we're good there. I think that's actually probably plenty of food. I don't think we need a bed because it's hardcore, so if we die, it's all over. We go again. I think the only other thing I would want to take is some extra coal. So let me split this stack, because I would like to go lower. Or we need to go deeper into the mines. But I heard the call from deep underground to delve beyond where I have before and return to the earth. So we shall. I believe this was my iron strip mine. It also helps that I'm coming right off of a major Satisfactory hyperfixation. I picked up Satisfactory to play with a couple of my friends, and we have a little private server going up, and I picked it up thinking, oh, man, I don't know if I'm gonna like this game. Like, techie stuff, usually I don't do tech mod packs in Minecraft. It's a little too much, blah, 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 blah. No, I have gone just feral for the logistics and the routing of factory equipment in that game. And maybe I'll do a short or something showing off what I've made, and you guys can all roast my probably bad logistics, but I've been having fun learning and figuring it out as I go. Because the iteration that I have right now is probably my third iteration. I am very much a fan of, if you are not happy with something and you have the time available, or you're willing to commit the time to fix it, don't be afraid to tear down something and build it again. Or, in some cases, build it again better in another location if you have enough resources, and then tear down the other thing and reutilize those resources. But remaking things I think is a good mentality to have. It's part of being able to assess yourself and your relationship with the things you create. And I think it helps me take criticism better too, just allowing myself to accept the change. Oh, we're really rolling right back into the pensive mining chats, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, but Satisfactory has been good. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, and I'm ashamed to say that I missed a stream because I started playing Satisfactory at like 11 a.m. and then I blinked and it was 7:30. I went, my stream's supposed to be over in an hour and a half, and I'm not going to stream for only an hour and a half. Oops. So yeah, we're just going to do it on a different day in the week. And that's what it's like having ADHD. There's a lot of those moments here. You blink and time is just gone. So sometimes I feel like there are times where I know that I'm hyperfixating on something, and there are times where I can't physically stop myself, but being on, medication and getting assistance with like techniques and tools to reset your mind is helpful on when you really are stuck on one thing and you want to get it done. It's happened to me before quite a bit with art as well. So back when I was, I think before I was in college, if I was working on art, it would be, 6 to 8 hours, not hearing anyone speak to me in my own little world. And from the outside, it probably looks like this beautiful, peaceful experience of creating artwork or creating something, but I don't know, man. When I'm hyperfixating on the inside, it kind of just feels like I'm screaming at myself, like, go! It's not right! It's not right! Fix it! Fix it! Fix it! It's not right! Like, I will not be satisfied until my brain says, yes, it's perfect. And then I won't be able to stop. So that's kind of how that thought process goes. But as I've gotten older, I do get better at recognizing when I'm in that thought process and being able to pull myself out of it. So one thing that I kind of might reenact or start doing again is because there's so many things that I'm passionate about and interested in. I might actually start setting like a timer for myself. So if I feel myself slipping into that, okay, this is something I could spend hours on, I set a timer. By the way, 1 second. I need to set a timer for this recording session before I go, oops, it's been 3 hours. Though I don't think that's going to be the case, because at this rate, it looks like my voice is going to give out soon. Hopefully not when I need to record stuff. But allergies they exist. I think it's probably because I was dealing with a fun adult thing of we have some cockroaches in our house. That was fun. It was like 3 a.m. this morning, and I woke up and I just hear my cat pawing at something and like really trying to dig into something at my side table, because I have a little basket on my side table that holds stuff. And for some reason, I'm just trying to ignore it because, you know, she's a little spicy kitty. She likes to get into some naughtiness, and usually we don't give her the time of day. Because what she does is she tries to turn off the internet because she knows where the WAP, is it WAP? WP2 or WAP2? WPA or WP2? One of those things, internet things, I can't remember off the top of my head. She knows where that button is on our router. And my cat will stand on it and try to turn it off and look at us until we pay attention to her. But last night I thought she was just being sassy. But instead, I finally stand up and look at what she's doing, turn a light on, and there's just a cockroach running in circles around the basket. And I was like, oh no. Because this is not the first one we've found in that area. So I sit there and I turn the lights on and I start cleaning it up. My husband gets up and he's like, what's happening? What's going on? What did she do? Because he thinks the cat did something bad. And I'm like, yeah, we got bugs. So then he's like, oh no. And he gets up. 3 a.m. We're all just sitting there going, oh, I want to go to sleep. But I, at least, am not the type of person that could sleep after that. So I'm sitting there looking around and, you know, I had my suspicion. There's a tiny hole in the flooring near my our bed. And it's like a hole in the carpet. And we were like, it doesn't seem like that. Maybe they're coming through the door. But we already treated the door with pest repellent. So, yeah. Suffice it to say, we had another incident with a second cockroach immediately after the first one. This one was larger. So I immediately took all of that furniture out of my bedroom, and then we dug out I think it's called diatomaceous earth. And it is a mineral substance that is safe to use around pets within reason. And you put it on the lining of your floorboards or like cracks and stuff. And you just kind of sprinkle it, because what it is it's a mineral substance that has a shape to it that's kind of like little needles or little blades. And it's so metal. It literally like, ooh, diamonds. It literally shreds the freaking bugs up. Like whether it's ants or roaches, it just shreds. And I wasn't sure. I thought this seems kind of suspicious. That's too good to be true. We put some outside our door and we just opened the door the next day and there's just like a graveyard of bugs. We had to vacuum it up with our shop vac. Whoa, shop vac of cockroaches be upon ye. That would be a horrifying weapon in like a roguelike. I don't know why I thought of that, but I was like, oh man, what if you just had a little hand shop vac and then instead of sucking in stuff, it sprayed out dead cockroaches? I'm sorry, I'm giving you all my own nightmare fuel. This is not good. But yeah, so that's how my morning went. So I wasn't sure if I would be able to record today, but I am having a good time. I'm relaxed. I missed the mines. It's good. I think I was supposed to tell you something about ADHD and, you know, pulling yourself out of hyperfixations, but I forgot. I did remember to set myself a timer, so I stopped recording, though. That's fine. And then we cleaned the fridge out yesterday, so that's what we did. Which is one of my least favorite chores, actually. I love... If we're talking, like, ranking cleaning chores, which I wouldn't choose to do, because I'm not a very neat person, but I do enjoy organizing things if they have a place to go. So if it's literally just like, hey, unpack into an empty house, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm all over it. Let's optimize this baby. But if it then becomes, oh, you need to clean everything up and then reorganize it, then I don't want to do it. But one of my least favorite chores is actually cleaning out the fridge and freezer. So you take everything out of it, put it in a cooler, and then you scrub down the gross spillage of your inside of your fridge and freezer. And I've hated that ever since I was a kid. It's just like a stressful experience, and it always needs like 2 people because you want to do it quickly. And I'm just like, I'd zone out during it. So we got that done. But the downside of that means that our fridge, because we had to do that, our fridge is practically empty. And we don't have bread. And I'm just like, I'm recording hungry. I'm just thinking about food. I was looking up recipes for mochi donuts before recording. So I might make those tomorrow when I have off from work. So I guess I'll update you in the next episode how mochi donuts go if I remember. Though I want to try baked ones, not the fried ones. Because my thing is I tend to find donuts, like American style donuts, but most donuts in general, too sweet. Too sweet and too oily. So I would actually, there's a couple of recipes that use like butter mochi that are baked specifically that I would like to try. So those look good. I also just kind of want to try butter mochi in general. I found out about how it exists and I was like, this sounds so fun. I want to try it. So that's on my to-do list of foods to try. Oh, you know, I just realized I did not dig forward. We're gonna have to go to the edge of this tunnel. I also dug past my other tunnel. Unless I am turned around. I don't think I am. No. Alright, let's go back while we're not too deep in yet. I do think I'm very lucky I haven't run into deep dark yet. Yeah, I'm excited to eat. Like, I don't know. It's one of those, like, you're an adult and you have the capabilities to go get food, but the time is not convenient to, like, run to the store today. So you're like, I can put it off another day. It's fine. And there's food in the house, but it's not like a meal. It's not satisfying. It doesn't hit like the carb requirements or the protein requirements you want. You know what I can't eat, guys? I can have a whole head of cabbage. Though I am... Oh, you know what? Actually, for dinner, I might make some... I think we have some very old and suspicious frozen meatballs in our freezer. So I might make some frozen meatballs with like some cabbage, like sliced thin and sauteed in butter. I don't know why I've been on such a cabbage kick for like forever. If you have to pick vegetables to go in my house, you have to pick vegetables that I would choose because I do the shopping. Cabbage. I don't know why I always choose cabbage, but if I'm like, I need greens, it's cabbage. For a while, for a couple of years, it was spinach. And I would always just grab a bag of spinach. But I think the difference I learned is that I don't really need to grab a bag of spinach anymore because I don't really eat spinach raw that much. I don't like it. I do like raw spinach. It goes bad so fast that I don't usually eat it in time. So I usually just end up dumping it into a pan for a soup anyway, or like stir fry or something. And then I'm like, well, buying frozen chopped spinach is way way more cost efficient because it's like pre-steamed and cooked. So it's like super, super dense. So there's your tip of the day. If you want to save some money and still get your greens in, buy like frozen chopped spinach. It's so much better. You just crack a hunk off of that, put it in your soup, stew, or stir fry, and you're good. But yeah, cabbage has been, what's up? I've actually been making a lot of cabbage salads recently too, where I just like take the death machine, aka the mandolin, out and like shred a cabbage real thin, and then have that with some lettuce or some Brussels sprouts or kale. I know, guys. Ew, gross, kale. But I have learned to like it. I don't always like kale on its own. Like the other day, I made some fried black beans with some veggies in it and like taco seasoning. That had a lot of kale in it. That was not a good combo. But in a salad, I do really like kale. You do have to like squish it first though. You absolutely have to massage the kale. It just helps it not take forever to chew because the cellulose structures are really strong in kale. So the underrated reason why people like eating kale in salads is because kale does not go bad quickly. I've had kale in my fridge. I've had a bag of kale in my fridge right now for probably 2.5 weeks, and it's fine. It's like kind of starting to wilt, but yeah, kale lasts a really long time. It's a really hardy plant. If you grow it on your own, slugs will try to eat it. That happened to us. But even after trying to survive slugs and becoming no more than a kale skeleton, so just like the root system, it revived. It grew a full new kale and was born again. But at that point it was too late in the season, and I didn't want to take care of my baby kale, so I didn't. I'm a bad plant parent, and that's why I don't buy plants. Yeah, kale and cabbage, my go-to. So you get those chopped up real thin, toss them with some olive oil, and like press them and squish them a little bit, break up the cell structures. Just a little bit of oil, but the big one I've learned is if you're making a salad, you're forcing yourself to eat a salad. Good on you. Good job. My tip is if you have a lot of vegetables that are like strong flavors or you like acidic vinaigrettes, I would really recommend putting salt and pepper, mostly pepper, in your salad, because ground black pepper will just immediately somehow make a world of difference in your salad. Like, it takes it from being something that's kind of too sweet or too vinegary to just being a well-rounded meal. And it's very surreal to me how one ingredient can change a meal like that. But then if you ever think, oh, what's this super fancy salad got that my salad doesn't get? And there are like interesting things like puffed rice and baked quinoa and like all those crunchy things that they put in them and fancy cheeses and stuff. That's fine. Cheap stuff like cheap cheeses, as long as you get the balance right, that'll do. But black pepper is really the thing that's going to define that difference. There might be black pepper in your dressing, but I would still recommend adding some fresh ground black pepper to your salad, because I'm serious, that's what's going to make it taste like a restaurant fancy salad. Fancy healthy place salad. Ooh, black pepper. But yeah, my salad rambling will continue. Usually what I do is I'll buy like a pre-made kit and see if I like the dressing on it or see if I like the combo. And then I'll try to remake it. So one that I remade and that I have the ability to make whenever I want, that's really nice, is there's a company that does like pre-made salad mixes. And they do a Thai chili mango dressing. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's not spicy enough, so I do add some more spicy. Like, I'll add chili oil to mine. But yeah, the dressing's like actually super, super easy because it's literally just sweet mango sauce and some olive oil and some vinegar. So, which is also nice because another thing that I've done is if I'm making my own salad dressings, which is usually not always something I bother with. A lot of times what I'll do is just try a couple and find ones that I like at the store that I'm at. But there are instances where I'll make one if it's easy enough. And I have learned from that experience to get a good vinegar, like a little bottle of good vinegar, because if you're in the situation where you're eating vinegar like raw, uncooked, it's not a part of something, but it's a major ingredient. You want something that's going to be good, you know? You want something that's not going to make you go like, oh, that tastes like sour wine. So one of my favorite vinegars, my favorite vinegar is, tell me about your favorite vinegar, guys, is actually a champagne vinegar. And it sounds really fancy because it kind of is, but it's just like a lot lighter. And if I can't use a champagne vinegar, I'll try to use like a rice wine vinegar. So those are my two favorite vinegars. Third place goes to apple cider. And then red wine. And then white vinegar. No. First place champagne. Second place rice. Third place apple cider vinegar. Fourth place balsamic. Fifth place generic red wine. Sixth place white vinegar. and I'm sticking to it. That's my tier list of vinegars. I'm sticking to it. That's what I'm using. But yeah, if it's good enough, I'll try to use that in a salad. I try to incorporate a sweet acidic thing, like a fruit, like oranges or pears or apples, a sweet tart thing, tart/acidic, a savory salty thing like a cheese, and usually some kind of savory protein or savory sweet protein. So I'll do like a paprika chicken or garlic chicken, or like I've done a ham and salad, but I don't particularly like ham and salad. I also don't like eggs in salad, so this is why I'm very particular about my salads, because I hate Cobb salad. I barely accept, is that the word? What's Caesar salad? Yeah. And in my opinion, French dressing might be a crime against humanity. So, and Thousand Island. I do not like either of them. I didn't need to make another crafting bench. Okay, I got that out of my system. Thanks for listening, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me get that out of my system. Back to Minecraft. Right click, interact. Good job. We got there. All right. I do like that I looked around at what I was working on when I got back, and I kind of started to get inspiration again. I find, in general, I say this all the time. I say a lot of things all the time. Minecraft's a game you got to come back to. You have to take breaks. You have to. Because if you don't take breaks, then you're going to get burnt out. And even if you are burnt out and you don't take a break, you start to resent it and you start to feel like you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's kind of that instance where, say you play an MMO too much. This has happened to me with MapleStory. And you just like have that nightmare where you're just like in the game and you're reliving that experience you've been grinding at and you're kind of burnt out from in your dream. And you wake up thinking you just got like 6 extra hours of the grind in on whatever you were doing. And you're just like stuck with that burned into your head. It's not a fun experience. I wouldn't recommend it. So if you start to get in that like somewhat hypnotic state with a game, take a break. Take a break. I promise you, even if you lose your motivation at that time, you will be able to come back to it. And for some people, it's quick. Some people, it's like a day and they're good. Some people, it's months. Minecraft, it takes me a long time to come back to it, but that's because if I'm interested in Minecraft, I ease up to it. So I'll do like a mining video and I'll plan something bigger or something like that. So it's all about how you adapt to your playstyle, but acknowledging when your brain's like, oh, we're in kind of like a bad cycle here, and I'm gonna feel hungover in the morning if I don't like get up, stretch my legs, drink some water, and touch some grass. So make sure you do that. There are certainly times where I love being like a little kid again and just letting myself be free. Oh my God, we're doing it. We're looping back around to what I was originally saying. I got there. Guys, I got there in the end. We did it. But that's what happened with Satisfactory. Please chart that out in a visual graphic and send it to me on the Discord. Thank you. The direction of that conversation. But we did get there in the end. When I was playing Satisfactory, I had that instance where I essentially realized, oh my God, I'm definitely hyperfixating on this. I do not want to stop. I should stop because I have things to do today. But it just feels like it's like a soothing balm, and it like you're in some discomfort while you're saying it's not right. I need to fix it. I'm almost done. I'm like one step away. It's like a nice soothing thing, but then you're also like, yes, I am defeating my inner child or something. I'm feeding that creative part of my brain that wants to problem solve and wants to see this through to the end. So those are the types of things that sometimes I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll allow myself. I looked at the textures on this for a second, and it looks like, for a second, it looks like a low-res texture from some of the like walls and architecture in Nier Automata or like Final Fantasy. That is so specific. But anyway, I enjoyed letting myself just go a little crazy and get involved in a game. Because while you do kind of get like a hyperfixation hangover on occasion, I do think that I came out of it more satisfied and refreshed overall. I was able to kind of like clear my thoughts a little bit after the fact and say, okay, here are some games I want to play. Here are some things I want to work on. I don't want to see this at all for a while, although I did log into Satisfactory today and convert like a 100 by 100 platform individually into concrete blocks and color them so that it looks like a mall parking garage. It's fine. This is perfectly normal. Don't play Satisfactory. It's so good. Yeah, that's what I've been up to. Other than that, it's mostly been Final Fantasy 14. Minecraft-wise, I usually just hang out in the lovely Doc Brennan's chats. They are just such a riot to hang out with, and they have such great creative ideas. I believe Doc recently started a new hardcore world. Recently-ish for me. Recently for me. It was probably like a couple of months ago at this point. In their world, they are doing like all orbs. So they have a bunch of these like underwater orb bases, and they're trying to avoid machines a lot as well. So that's going to be interesting. I think for my run, I'm going to be okay with machines. But I think my goal would be to theme the machines. Make them beautiful. This is going to cause me pain later on. Aqua will remember this because... Oh! One moment. Okay. Well, that's not as long as I had hoped to go for today, but I think I am going to have to stop there because I went, whoop. It looks like my husband is back with a friend. So I am going to go say hi and socialize and do as I say and touch grass while I am continuing to mine. I think maybe we'll have another mining episode. These are going to be a little slower than they were before, probably every other week. It's just going to be like a chatty podcast thing. You know how it be. You learn about salads, you learn about life. We have a good time. But anyway, if you're watching this, thanks for watching. If you're asleep, go back to sleep. I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget, we're posting shorts every day. And every other week is a new Tavern Talk streams on Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're all different games because I like different games. Anyway, have a good one. This one's for the thumbnail, guys. Yeah, thumbnail.